right, today is September 19th, Friday, September 19th. Making this one on just honing your craft and just like being better at just whatever you can be better at. I think there's something that needs to be said in terms of practice, discipline, who you are as a young man. I think a lot of individuals take everything for granted. I think there's a big mindset right now in terms of being lazy. I'm not saying people don't get things handed to them. People do. But I think a lot of it in terms of being a young man, or just older man in that matter, is just honing your craft and being better at things, or at least even if you are good, being remarkable at it. And you know, to me, I see that a lot, as in like people will always complain and make excuses as to why they messed up. And to me, that's why I hunt, but that's not just why I hunt, that's why I'm really into it. You know, it gives me a mental check to say like, hey, you're a fucking human, be better. And I think the thing I enjoy the most is like, no matter how much I practice or like how much effort I put into things, I can always be better. And I think that's something healthy. Personally, it kind of sickens me how a lot of individuals will just not put the due diligence into the hobbies they're into. And I guess I will use hunting as an example. So many people don't put forth the effort they need to. So many people don't put in the reps, they don't put in the practice, you know, and then they get mad at the results they get. You know, yeah, there's a lot of luck that goes into things. But I think you really don't get the luck you need without putting in the reps. I think, if I may, one example that like really just pisses me off is how so many men will just make fun of another individual. Like, I have a lot of people who will shit on me for, you know, tuning my bow and shooting my bow in July. And it's just like, fucking what? Like, I'm gonna put effort into something I'm good at, and I'm gonna continue to get better. And that's the goal, is to keep being better. So what? You're like really good at it. Fellas, like, you can always be better. And I think, unfortunately, the only individuals who are like putting forth that idea are individuals producing toxic masculinity. And I think that's something to speak on. Okay, we're still at 20. I'm only shooting 20 yards tonight, so don't judge me. But I think this is what you do. This is your hobby, and you choose to half-ass it. You choose to only put so much effort into it. I mean, you know, I'm not really the biggest, brawniest dude in the world, but, you know, every night, like, I do arms and chest, and then I go out and I shoot my bow. And right now I'm not doing well because this is a 70-pound draw, and after just arms and chest, that's not exactly the biggest form of delight. And there's things I need to work on. I need to work on my follow through, and I need to, you know, do better with that. I mean, last year I bagged the largest buck of my life, and, you know, I got to do some of the best hikes I've ever done, and I was able to crush like a really good overnight in national forest. Okay, I mean, I've done 2 weeks in that national forest before. Like, why aren't I getting better? And, you know, it's not like this mentality of like, oh, I suck, I can't do any better. It's, what am I doing to be a better, you know, husband? What am I doing, you know, to be a better employee? And what am I doing to be a better just human being towards, you know, my parents, women, just people in general? You know, I worked 7 years as a geospatial engineer in corporate America, and, you know, if there's anything Sunday Loon will express, is just how absolutely brutal it can be in corporate America. So if that's how things are with your job, if that's how things are with your relationship or anything for that matter, what are you doing to fix it? You know, what are you doing? Are you talking to other individuals? Are you expressing how you feel? Are you being a positive form of love and life? And are you honing your craft? Because if you're not honing your craft and, you know, working to make things better, I mean, the world's not going to become better.